All right, so it looks like Anaxa is going to be the second new character for version 3.2 of Honkai Star Rail. And just based off his design, he does look pretty cool. It definitely seems to be maybe more of like a scholarly kind of character. And that's definitely going to be cool. And also to, we're gonna go over his like lore description here, because we really don't have anything for him because he wasn't even in the 3.0. So today we're going to go over the drip marketing here, and then I do want to give some speculation afterwards to see what I think he is going to be or how well I think he could perform based on the very little that we know here. So as we see on the bottom there, he is going to be a Wind Erudition character, which could be very interesting depending on what he does, but we'll go over that in a little bit here. So first, to talk about his sort of lore teaser that they give in the tweet here. I made it bigger on this end here. So for Anaxa here, so it says, "My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 stages of the Grove of Epiphany, founder of the Nosporus. Now, don't make me repeat the following again. Rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa." I'm sure they're going to make some funny thing in the story about that. Do not call him Anaxa, even though the character himself, like the character itself in the actual game, is Anaxa. Then rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden, remember that. He kind of gives off that kind of like pretentious kind of vibe, which could be an interesting one to have. I know we kind of have that kind of thing with Dr. Ratio, and Dr. Ratio is one of my favorite characters in terms of like the story. So definitely, could be an interesting character there. And here it says, "Demise Scholar Anaxagoras, the Grove of Epiphany, where knowledge flourishes and philosophers are born. Yet here stands Anaxagoras the Blasphemer, the crisis heir who challenges the core flame of reason. Would you truly embrace infamy and defy prophecy, driving the thorns of doubt into the sacred tree of wisdom? Ridiculous. In a world of lies, I am the only truth." Alright, so he's going to be looking for reason, so definitely he is going to have an arc. And I kind of like what they're doing with a lot of the crisis heirs, because they're all going after different core flames. So they do end up lending themselves to different times where they're going to be in the spotlight. Like how in 3.0, a lot of it was about Maide, because we were going after the core flame that was important to him, but also with Finon, because Maide wasn't going after that specific core flame, it was just from where he's from. And we also got stuff about Finon as well. So I feel like as we go on to different, places in Amphorius, we are going to get more lore and just, learn more about these characters, which I think is awesome. And it looks like for the affiliated city, he is the first character that we've seen that is not affiliated to the main city, Okima. So this is probably going to be a new area we're going to go to, which is definitely cool to expand Amphorius, to give us some more world building there as well. So we do love to see that. Hopefully he'll appear in the 3.1 story, but if not, 3.2, they'll definitely have him there because they got to sell him, right? So that is what they have for the lore there. So now to go on to my overall speculation for him. Now, we really don't have any official information for him outside of his element and his path, but I do think that there are 2 different paths they could go for him that I think would be good. So they could do another like main Erudition DPS, which, while that is cool, we did just have the Herta, and I feel like we probably don't need another like big Erudition DPS right away, especially since right before the Herta, a couple patches before, we had Rappa as well, who is a break DPS, but still another Erudition character at that. Then the other route they could go with him, which I think would actually be pretty good, is an Erudition sub DPS that can help other main Erudition DPS characters. Now, I'm not sure what they might do. Maybe they'll have specific buffs for, I don't know if it'll be like for Erudition characters to play into the Herta's kit, or if they will just have ways to increase the damage taken by multiple enemies. Like I feel like they can do a few different things for an Erudition character as well to make the like AoE and multi-target damage a lot better. But really for me, as long as Anaxa doesn't follow the same path that Jade did, where Jade is way better in pure fiction and then is not really used or that great in the other modes, I feel like for characters, as long as they can hold their own at a pretty like decent level in modes, like if I'm like willing to use Anaxa in like Memory of Chaos and Apocalyptic Shadow beyond pure fiction, because he's Erudition, he's going to be good in pure fiction. I think we could just mark that down now regardless of what his kit will actually do when we get there. But I feel like if he can hold his own in like Memory of Chaos and Apocalyptic Shadow, like the Herta can, and if he is a more like sub DPS support kind of character, he will probably work extremely well with the Herta. I think could be a pretty solid character to get. I don't know if I'm going to be pulling for him in all honesty. I gotta see, you know, what exactly he does, but also I do plan to pull for both Maide and Casterus, so since he is after both of them, that's probably gonna be a little rough for me. So Anaxa for me personally is looking like a skip, especially since I didn't pull for the Herta, but I think if you pulled for her, he could be a character to consider. We have to wait, of course, to get like his kit info and whatnot, but I think he could be a pretty solid addition to your lineup. Regardless of, you know, if you have the Herta, he's probably going to be super good, but also I feel like if you just need more Erudition coverage on your account, he might not be too bad of a pickup either. But again, we don't really have too much info on him. It is a little annoying when they just drop a new character that we don't have like too much info because they haven't appeared in game yet and all that kind of stuff, so there isn't as much to talk about. But that is pretty much it for Anaxa. I do think he'll be cool overall. He has that cool, you don't really see it in the like art here, but he does have that cool like little eye patch as well. So we'll definitely see what his deal is, hopefully sooner rather than later. But that is going to be it for me. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of Anaxa. We'll see if we get a drip marketing for a 4-star. That would be cool to see. And if we do, I'll definitely be covering it. So if you want to see more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And with that, everyone, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.